My beloved, you're tired. I know, not just the kind of tired that sleep can fix, but the kind of tired that seeps into your soul. You've been holding everything together with trembling hands, smiling when you're falling apart, loving when your heart is aching, helping everyone else while silently screaming for help. You think no one sees, but I do. You think no one understands, but I do. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34-18. I saw the moment you almost gave up. I heard that whisper in your heart, God, I can't go on. And my answer was not silence. It was my arms around you. My strength poured into your weakness. My grace covering your cracks, child. You are not weak because you are tired. You are strong because you haven't quit. Lay it all down, the pressure, the perfection, the pretending. You don't need to impress me. You don't need to earn my love. You already have it. Fully, eternally, unconditionally. Let me carry you. Let me fight for you. Let me remind you, you are not failing. You are just human, and I am still God. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. 2 Coríntios 12:9. Rest. Not because your problems are gone, but because I am in control, even when you feel out of control. Breathe, cry, break, and know this. I am not ashamed of your exhaustion. I'm proud of your endurance. This valley is not your end. This moment is not your forever. This pain will not be wasted. And you are not forgotten. You are still mine, and I am still here. And I am not done with you. With all my love, your father asterisk, even when you let go, I held on. Yes, I saw it. The moment you stopped praying. The night you closed your eyes and whispered, if I don't wake up tomorrow, maybe that's okay. I didn't turn my face away. I didn't flinch. I stayed right there, beside you, as the darkness closed in. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Psalm 23:4. You didn't know it then, but every breath you took in that night was a battle I fought for you. Every tear you cried was counted, not ignored. Every thought of giving up was met with my silent, steady love. You see ashes. I see seeds. You see failure. I see formation. You see an ending. I see the beginning of something holy. What broke you will not bury you. What hurt you will not hold you hostage. Because I, the Lord your God, am not finished. He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion. Philippians 1-6. I know it's hard to trust when everything feels heavy. I know you're afraid to hope again. Afraid that it'll hurt worse next time. But let me tell you this, you are not weak for needing me. You are wise to fall into my arms. You are not a burden. You are my beloved. Not because of what you do, but because of who I am, and I chose you. So breathe. Not because you're strong, but because I'm strong in you. Not because you're unshaken, but because I will not let you fall beyond my reach. You've walked through fire. Now let me walk you toward the sunrise. There is more, still, always. And you, tired, trembling, doubting, you are still part of the story I'm writing, and child. It's a redemption story. Your father, the one who never let go, asterisk, my dear child, who told you you're not enough, who whispered into your heart that you're a mistake, a disappointment, a lost cause. Was it a parent who never saw your worth? A lover who walked away without a reason? A voice in your own head? That sounds like shame. That voice is not mine. Because when I created you, I didn't use leftovers. I didn't make a copy. I made a miracle. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Psalm 139:14. Life has tossed you around. People have betrayed you. Your own decisions have wounded you. And now, standing in front of the mirror, you don't even recognize who's looking back. But listen, I do. I recognize every scar, and I still call you mine. I know every sin, and I still say, forgiven. I see every tear, and I still whisper, beloved, you haven't failed too much. You haven't wandered too far. You haven't broken beyond repair. The world may call you broken, but I call you becoming. You are not disqualified. You are being rebuilt, and I, the potter, never discard the clay. I reshape it into something even more beautiful. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? Isaiah 43:19. So come home, not to a place, but to me. Come home to the arms that never closed. Come back to the truth that never changed. Come rest in the identity I gave you before anyone ever had the chance to break it. You are not what happened to you. You are not what others said. You are what I say you are, and I say, you are mine. You are chosen, you are loved, and you are still becoming. This is not the end. It's the moment your true story begins. Come, let me remind you who you are, your Father, who never forgot your name. Asterisk, my precious one, I know you've prayed, you've pleaded, you've cried until your chest ached and your pillow was soaked, and still the heavens felt sealed shut. The answers didn't come, and worst of all, I felt far away. You asked God, are you even listening? Why won't you speak to me? But child, silence is not absence, and delay is not denial. When a teacher is silent, it's usually during the test. And right now, you are being refined, not rejected. There are things I'm building in the quiet. Faith that does not depend on feelings. Strength that holds even when the winds howl. Trust that clings even when the path disappears. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. You think I'm not moving, but I am orchestrating miracles behind the curtain. What I'm growing in you during this silence cannot be rushed, cannot be skipped, cannot be fake, and one day soon, the silence will break, and you will look back and whisper, oh, so that's what you were doing, Lord. Until then, sit with me, not for answers, but just to be held. Let your soul collapse into my hands. Let your questions rest in my embrace. Let your anger be honest, I can take it. Faith does not mean pretending. It means staying, even when nothing makes sense. Though he slay me, yet will I hope in him. Job 13:15. Even in your silence, I hear you. Even in my silence, I love you. And even when you stop speaking to me, I never stop watching over you. I am still God. I am still good. And I am still working in ways you cannot see. Doubt this silence is not the end. It's the womb of a new beginning. Trust the stillness. Trust me, your Father, still whispering in the dark. Asterisk. My child, you keep replaying it in your mind, don't you? That moment, that decision, that one thing you wish you could go back and undo. You carry it like a chain around your neck. Even when everyone else has forgotten, you haven't. Even when time has moved on, you stay frozen in guilt, in regret, in shame, and you whisper to yourself, how could I do that? God must be so disappointed in me. I can forgive others, but I can't forgive myself. But hear me now, child, and hear me clearly. As far as the east is from the west, so far have I removed your sins from you. Psalm 103:12. You think you're being humble by punishing yourself. You think carrying the guilt makes you noble. But that weight, that's not from me. Shame is not holy. Condemnation is not my voice. I did not die so you could live your whole life beating yourself up over what I already bled for. Let that sink in. I already bled for it. Yes, you failed. Yes, you sinned. Yes, you hurt people and yourself. But repentance is not about perfection. It's about returning. I never asked you to pay me back. I only asked you to come back. And you know what I do with those who return. A broken and contrite heart I will not despise. Psalm 51-17. I run toward them. I throw my arms around them. I dress them in robes of grace and throw a feast. In their honor, I call them son, daughter, mine. Remember the prodigal. He rehearsed a speech about how unworthy he was. But before he could even finish, the father embraced him. He never said, I told you so. He never said, go earn your way back. He said, bring the best robe. Kill the fattened calf. My child has come home. So stop calling yourself what I never named you. I never called you failure, dirty, disappointment, unworthy. I call you forgiven, redeemed, beloved, clean. Stop crucifying yourself. I already did. And I'm not going back on that cross. Yes, healing takes time. Yes, there will be scars. But those scars are not signs of your shame. They are signs of my mercy. So stop hiding from me. Stop running in circles. Stop holding your breath when you come into my presence. Breathe, come, rest. You are welcome here. I have work for you to do, not as punishment, but as purpose. You are not too broken to be used. You are not too stained to be sent. In fact, it is your story, the very one you wish you could erase, that I will use to heal others. That's what I do. I turn graves into gardens, shame into strength, regret into testimony. Though your sins are like scarlet, they shall be white as snow. Isaiah 1:18, so let it go. Not because you forgot, but because I forgave. And when I forgive, I forget. I will never bring it up again. So why should you? Today is not the day you fix it all. Today is the day you finally believe. You are loved, you are forgiven, and you are free. Welcome home, child. You can stop hiding now. I've been waiting, your Father, whose mercy has no end. My beloved child, you've stopped dreaming, not because you don't care, but because you've been disappointed too many times. You don't wake up excited anymore. You walk through the day like a shadow of the person you once hoped to be. You look in the mirror and think, what happened to me? And then comes the guilt. Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I missed my chance. Maybe God gave up on me too. But listen, and listen well, for the gifts and calling of God are irrevocable. Romans 11:29, I did not call you because you were confident. I called you because you were chosen. I knew your weakness. I saw your fear, and still, I picked you, not once, not twice, but every single day. I continue to choose you, even when you mess up, even when you give up, even when your own heart says, I'm done. Remember Peter? He denied me 3 times, not in silence, but with curses and shouts. He betrayed me in public, and yet I still called him. I still restored him. I still built my church on him. So what makes you think your failure disqualifies you? You think your doubts make you unworthy. Your fears make you weak. Your past makes you unusable. Then you've misunderstood grace. Grace doesn't wait for you to be ready. Grace meets you in the ruins and says, let's rebuild. And hear me now, we are not done. Not by a long shot. What you see as ruins, I see as raw materials. What you call too late, I call right on time. You think you're behind, child, I work outside of time. You think you lost your chance. Child, I am the God of second chances and 7,000 more. Being confident of this, that he who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion. Philippians 1-6, you don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need the perfect plan. You just need to say yes again. Say yes, even if your voice shakes. Say yes, even if your faith is the size of a mustard seed. Say yes, because I'm still here, and I never stopped believing in you. You may have been knocked down, but you're not buried. You may have walked away, but you're not disowned. You may have forgotten who you are, but I never have. So stand, even if your knees tremble. Even if your past screams you can't. Even if your fear says not again. Stand, because I am with you. And if you fall again, I'll lift you again, not just 7 times. Not just 77, but every single time. I believe in the version of you that you haven't even met yet. I see the story you're still afraid to write. I know the impact you'll have, even when you don't. You are not too broken. You are not too late. You are not too far gone. You are still mine. And I'm not finished, not even close. Your Father, who still sees the fire in you. Asterisk, my dearest child, I saw you fall. Not once, not twice, but over and over again. And each time you whispered, I'm okay. But I knew you weren't. Your eyes gave it away. Your silence screamed. Your strength, once blazing like fire, now flickered like the last light of a dying candle, and still you kept moving. Even when your legs trembled. Even when your heart cracked in places no one could see. But I want you to hear me now. You were never meant to walk this valley alone. I never created you to be the hero of every battle. I am the one who holds the shield when your arms give out. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34 minutes and 18 seconds. Do you remember the night you cried yourself to sleep, thinking no one cared? I counted every tear, each one like a prayer. You may have thought they were wasted on your pillow, but I caught them. I turned them into seeds, and I'm growing something beautiful even in this dark soil. Yes, you're weary of trying, weary of fighting demons no one else sees, weary of hoping things will get better, only to wake up in the same pain. But I whisper to you now, in the stillness of your soul, rest, beloved. Lay your burdens at my feet. You don't need to earn my love. You don't need to impress me. You don't need to hold it together for me to stay. I loved you before you even knew how to stand. Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. 1 Peter 5-7, even now, in this exhaustion, in this void, in this numbness, I am doing something. I'm not just watching from heaven. I'm sitting beside you, in your car when you scream, on the bathroom floor where you collapse, in the loneliest parts of your heart that even your closest friends don't understand. And I'm still saying, I'm here. I haven't changed. I won't leave. You may feel like your prayers hit the ceiling, but child, I live inside of you. Your cry didn't need to travel far. I heard it before your lips even moved. You will rise again. Not because you're strong, but because I am. You will breathe again. Not because you figured it all out, but because I never stopped holding you. You will dream again. Not because life got easier, but because your story isn't over. Let the world misunderstand you. Let the silence fall. Let the nights be long. But don't let go of me, because I'll never let go of you. Sleep, my child. We fight again tomorrow, together. Tonight, your only job is to rest in my love. Eternally yours, your Father, who never leaves asterisk, even when you whisper, I hear you. A whisper from God, Part 2, you said you couldn't do this anymore. And I heard you, not in the way the world hears, with ears and judgments, but in the trembling of your bones, the ache in your chest, the silence of your prayers. I see it all and know you're not weak for wanting to give up. You're human. You've been carrying what others don't even notice. You smile when it hurts. You give when you're empty. You walk when you're bleeding inside. I see you. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34-18. Child, listen. You think you're forgotten. I wrote your name in my hand. I counted every tear you cried at 2 a.m. I sat beside you when you thought no one cared. I stood over your bed when you collapsed from the weight of pretending. You are not alone. The storm you're in, it's not forever. The fire you feel, it's not to destroy you, it's to refine you. You are being prepared, strengthened, shaped, not punished, but positioned. And when you feel like quitting, come, rest. Not just a nap, but soul rest. Lay down your fear. Lay down your need to control everything. Lay down your what ifs and your I'm not enough. I am ENOUGH. For both of us, you don't have to fix it. You don't have to understand. It all just come. Collapse into me. Let me hold you, even in your mess. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46-10. You're not done yet. You may feel shattered, but gold is poured into cracks. That's how I make you priceless. That's how I make you whole, so rest. And when you rise again, and you will, you'll rise with power that no man can take away, because it wasn't you who carried yourself out. It was me, asterisk. I see you, even when you think no one does. You walk into a room and smile, but your soul is limping. They see your laughter, but not the battle you fight. Just to rise out of bed. You've mastered the art of surviving in silence, of breaking apart, beautifully. But I, the Lord your God, I don't just see the mask, I see the wound, and I'm not ashamed of your weariness. Come, my child. You don't need to impress me. You don't need to perform, to pretend you're strong when you're trembling inside. I am not the God of the flawless. I am the God who kneels beside the bleeding. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34:18. When you have nothing. LEFT. I will be ENOUGH. When your hands can no longer hold your dreams. When your knees buckle under the weight of disappointment. When even prayer feels like a whisper lost in the wind. That's where I come in. Not at the top of your strength, but at the bottom of your breakdown. Not when you shine, but when you shatter. You cry out, God, I don't think I can take another hit. And I answer, then let me carry you. Not with conditions, not with judgment, but with arms that were spread wide on the cross to embrace every part of your humanity. Even this moment, rest is not weakness, it is holy. Lie down, beloved, not in defeat, but in surrender. Let go of the battles you were never meant to fight alone. Put your sword down, yes, rest, not just your body, but your soul. For I give sleep to my beloved, and peace that surpasses understanding in returning. And rest you shall be saved. In quietness and trust shall be your strength. Isaiah 32:15. You don't have to fix it all today. You don't need to be everything for everyone. You just need to let me be everything for you. Your story is not over. This weariness is not the ending. It's the middle of a story that I'm still writing with my own hand. Do you trust me, child, even when you can't see the ending? Even when the next step feels like walking through fog? Keep walking, even if it's just a crawl. Even if it's with tears in your eyes and pain in your chest. Because I walk with you, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Psalm 23:4.